All right, here we go. Here we go again. I'm live and I'm out here today because I didn't want to be, and I'll explain what that means. Hello, good morning. I think it's still morning time where I am anyway. It's Monday. What is today? February 11th. And I woke up feeling crappy. I did. I kind of went to bed feeling like shit, actually, which, if you've been following me at all, good morning, is kind of surprising because just like a day or two ago, I did this video and I was like, oh my gosh, everything's exciting, it's wonderful, I've turned a corner, it's getting all good and everything. And I swear, it felt like certainly within 24, hola, what's up, Tyrone? Within 24 to 48 hours, not more than 48 hours, all of a sudden it feels like the rug got pulled out from under me and everything was like awful. I started feeling really bad and like just worried like nothing's gonna work out. I'm kind of in the shade, let me see here. Nothing's gonna work out and stuff is funky and no, it's too much sun. It's probably good for you guys, but now I can't see. Hold on, let me get to a spot where it feels better. How about this again? How's that? Okay, so yeah, so I went from like everything's great, I'm on top of the world, this is awesome, to crash and burn like that, with no apparent reason for it happening. And I was pissed and I was like really disgruntled feeling and just, it was not fun. And I tried like meditating and actually I did, so I mentioned quantum jumping in my last video, I think. And I've just like learned about this where it's like parallel realities and whatever, you can look it up if you want to. There's stuff on YouTube about it. But I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try, maybe I can shift myself back into a better feeling place. Maybe I just need to go and, do something about this. Let me try to shift myself. Can I tell you, after the meditation, I felt worse. That's never happened. I not woke up, but I stopped, I ended the meditation and I felt absolutely worse. I was like pissed off and I just felt like shit. And I was like, what is going on here? What's happening? And so I even was like grouchy with my son yesterday. Poor thing. I felt kind of bad for him. He was trying to hug me and I was like, nah, just go play, whatever. I was just in a foul mood and there was really no apparent reason for it. And that bothered me. And I was not really able to shift. And I know the things to do typically to get myself to kind of come out of that, but whatever, it wasn't happening. Didn't sleep great last night. All this kind of stuff still going in my head. I started worrying about things again, and I'm like, what's up? What is wrong with you? And so this morning I woke up and I was still in my funk, got my son off to school, kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna do some laundry, just whatever. But then I was like, okay, I have to figure out what this is, right? And so, I did a few things, like I tried a meditation again, didn't really work. I started journaling about a few things. I was like, yeah, I could feel like I know that's what I should do and that's what usually works. And my last video was like, it's so easy to shift, it's so easy to shift. Yeah, that's when God's like, smack. Oh crap, oh, it says low battery, okay. And sometimes I guess it takes that to make us wake up, or I don't know, you guys. I'm just, as I keep saying, I'm walking through this. So what I did finally do, there's some coaches that I watch online to help lift me up, but at times when I feel like I want some inspiration or I want to know how to walk through certain things or get to a place. Like I mentioned, I have financial goals, things like that. It's not always just financial, but that is definitely a part of what I'm doing. And so I tuned into one of these coaches. I looked at a video that she did from, I don't know, it's probably 4 years ago or something. And she was talking about, I think she had gone through something too, and she was feeling kind of crappy, and she said, you know what, the best thing to do when you feel bad, yes, I did touch the glass of water. Every glass of water I have, I'm like, thank you, I love you, absolutely, everything, even my food, all of it. And we've always prayed over our food, but even more so now. So yes, but it wasn't working. I was still feeling awful. But I watched this video, and she said, the best thing to do when you feel bad is to help somebody else, right? And we've all heard that before. Do something good for someone else, volunteer, whatever. And it's true. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do right now? There's no one here right now. You can see I live in a place that's not really, it is kind of isolated, but it's really private, I'll put it that way. I didn't have any plans to go into town, not till later on this afternoon anyway. And I was like, well, shit, what am I gonna do, all day? And then she said, she mentioned do this, do that, whatever. Then she said, well, go on Facebook and do your live stream. And I was like, aha, I'll do a live stream. So that is why I'm here today, because I had not planned to do another one, because I just did one, right? But that's what I'm doing. This one really is for me, because it's helping me shift. You can probably tell, I'm already shifting out of my funk. But I'm also hoping that it can be for someone out there as well. So I wrote down, oh my gosh, I went to the core on this one, because I was like, okay, maybe this is part of my whole process. Maybe I am breaking through to some of the things that have been holding me back, right? Like some of the beliefs that we hold and things like that. So they're limiting beliefs. I'm gonna read to you guys some of what I wrote. So okay, so she talked about, you help someone else. You've heard sayings like, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, or when life gives you lemonade, when it gives you lemons, you make lemonade, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna push through it. Took a shower, got myself together a little bit, and here I am. I will say, first of all, that part of why I didn't want to do this was because, and that's what I was going through the other night too. So when I started feeling funky, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been putting all this stuff online and everyone knows what I'm doing in my life. And it's a very vulnerable place to be, by the way. Even though I like doing videos, I have no problem speaking in public. I actually feel like I could be a great public speaker at some point, maybe, I don't know. Or whatever, like that doesn't bother me. But the idea of just opening up my life in general for everyone to judge and to say, what is she doing? Or who does she think she is? Whatever people can say, those who are inclined to do that, can be nerve-wracking at times, can make you feel uncomfortable. And sure, when it's all going great, it's easy to come on and go, look at this, look where I live, whatever. But it's not always like that, right? Just because I live here, just because you have whatever you may have in your life doesn't mean you always feel great. And so I absolutely had that the other night when I was like, oh shit, it's embarrassing, and what have I done? Now I've got myself into this thing. Maybe I should honestly, I thought about deleting the whole channel and just forget it. Like, this is a bad idea. I did go to the spa. I got my toes done the other day, and I'm actually gonna get some eyelashes soon. I think, thank you for that. But yeah, give yourself a little bit of a treat. I've gone to the beach a couple times recently and just floated in the water. And I think, let me just touch on this for a second. I think this whole thing of water for me now is a thing. I think there's this energy in water, because for a long time I've been feeling like I just want to go to the ocean and just float and like do like a cleansing kind of a thing. So I did that. But anyway, so I do believe that, you take care of yourself and, spruce yourself up, what have you, and that can help. But I wasn't there. I was in the, oh no, I'm exposed. What am I doing? Who's even watching me? People from my past, people from my present, people I've worked with or gone to school with, or ex-boyfriends, or whoever, my ex-boss. I don't know. Who knows? You never know, because it doesn't say who's watching. I have no idea. So I was feeling all of that. Yeah. So I wrote this down. I was like, why? The big why are you even doing this? And like I've said a bunch of times, I started out because I thought, well, maybe this will help somebody who's planning to make a move, or maybe not even a move, is trying to make some type of a big change in their lives. And just seeing that a regular person like me can do it, which means that you can do it too. That was the whole objective. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was going through. Who am I to be telling somebody how to improve their life? My life isn't perfect, like it's not good enough to be able to tell someone, all those kinds of things. Are you good enough to do this? Are you not worthy, I guess, but okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. All those issues about just self-doubt, just tons of that was coming up for me. And I was like, oh my God, the last thing I want to do is go online and put that on blast. That is not what I want to put on blast. I have the same type of jobs I had in the United States. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. And so I was a lawyer. I've been a lawyer since '95. Yeah, so I realized, okay, and I have a system now that I've learned from some of my coaches about when you have these fears and these doubts and these things that come up, what do you do to counteract that? Because we all have moments where we're like, you get the promotion and you're like, oh shit, can I do this job yet? Or, the woman you want to go out with says yes finally, and you're like, oh no, now what do I do? Or whatever it may be, something like that happens to you. You get a chance at something, and then you feel like, can I really do this? And so those are limiting beliefs, right? So my limiting belief was, for example, My life is not good enough yet, let's call it, or I'm not there yet to be able to tell someone else how to get there, right? I'm still trying to get to where I'm trying to go. But is that really true? Does that mean that I have nothing of value to offer? Of course that's not true. Is it true that I don't know, I'm trying to think of what else was I worried about. That I'm completely going to be judged, let's say, by people. Maybe some people will, but some people obviously have said to me, this is really cool. We like listening to what you have to say. It's helpful. It's inspiring. You've given me some information about whether it's coming to a country or feeling good about that, that I can take a chance on doing something. Anyway, so you just go through the different things, go one by one by one. First, you have to identify what is the issue. Having a fear about something is totally natural and normal, but does that mean that you're going to fail because you're afraid, right? Of course not. Everybody fails initially. That's part of why I did this too, because I thought about, they say, in order to get to the point of failure, in order to get to the point of success, whatever it is, people have failed and failed and failed and failed. Like, how many times did it take Nikola Tesla to invent the radio? Not Marconi, by the way, but Tesla. Or whoever it is, to do whatever they did. Einstein and the light bulb, I think there was a black man who's actually credited with that. Well, who was not credited with that, but that's history. You understand my point. It's like, challenge those false beliefs and look them in the face and go, no, this is not true. Yes, I can get on today and do a live stream that would be helpful and positive and uplifting for someone else, hopefully, but also for me, it has completely shifted me out of my funk. And so that's what this is today. This is like when you get to the point in life, whatever it is, about, oh no, how am I going to push through this? I don't think I want to do it. I'm afraid my toes are now at the edge and it's time for me to jump off and, do what I said I wanted to do or do what I said I was going to do, but I'm afraid to do it. Do it. Do it. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? You fail? Okay. What's the worst thing that happens if you fail? I don't know. You feel embarrassed? Okay. What's the worst thing that happens if you feel embarrassed? You get over it, I guess. I mean, it's not the end of the world. And so I had to walk myself through all these steps I'm talking about right now and be willing to come on here and be vulnerable and totally exposed once again to people that I don't even know, maybe watching or may watch later, or who will say, I don't know. Who does she think she is? All that kind of crap. Frankly, what's the expression? Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That's kind of where I am with this. If people have something negative to say, or they want to be judgmental or nitpicky, screw them. That's not who this is for. That's not what this is about. I'm not here to serve those people. I'm here to serve whoever I can that will benefit from whatever I can offer. And it may not even be the stuff I'm talking about. Maybe it is. Maybe it's something else. Maybe there's some just connection that someone else has to a piece of one of these videos that helps them make, a leap in a direction that isn't even necessarily what I'm thinking about. You never know where inspiration comes from, right? So, so that is why I'm doing this. Specifically this one today, I was like, do it, get online, handle it, and see what happens. And I'm telling you, I feel much better already. So I want to thank you guys for watching, for subscribing. Those of you who comment and give me any kind of feedback, I really, really appreciate it because it helps me. What else can I tell you? It works. So I'm doing this thing where I'm walking through this process of trying to get to, some great things in my life, and I don't know, how it's going to turn out. I don't know when things are going to materialize the way I want them to. But I'm committed to pursuing this. I mean, unless I get some clear direction from somewhere that something, I want something different, I'm going to keep on going. And even though, the other day I was like, yes, I think I'm getting somewhere. And today I was like, or even yesterday I was like, this sucks. This totally sucks. I think even the part where it sucks is progress, because I think it's just movement. I think it's forward motion regardless. I don't think that all the time when you're progressing, it feels good. It doesn't, right? Think about when we've been in school learning. It's like, you're going up to another grade, but sometimes that test was hard, right? Sometimes people in class were awful. You hated your teacher, whatever it was. There's just times when it sucks, even though it's progress. And so I will not be deterred by feeling bad. I will not be deterred by fearful thoughts or whatever. I'm going through this, and I thank you for your support. And yeah. So anyway, you guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm gonna keep on. Progress is uncomfortable. It's not easy to be the best, and I'm trying to be the best me. I'm not trying to be the best of anything. Oh, your retirement, I get it. Okay, well, do what you have to do. Yeah, I'm just trying to be the best version of me. And period, that's it. And so this is not for, I mean, I keep saying it's for other people, but it's really for me ultimately to try to get me where I want to go. And along the way, let me help some people, because I've always said I want to do work that's meaningful, that helps somebody. So that's what my effort is today. Mwah, I wish you guys lots of love. Thank you as always. It is a beautiful day here. It's not super hot. I always like to show the ocean, but you can never really see it.